Hello everybody and welcome to my newest video. Today's video will be about this magical part. It has failed on my car and I will go through the procedure of replacing it, how I do it. Why do I think this part is bad? Well, let me show you. This is the reason why I think this part is bad. Well, yeah, you could hear that it is squeaking. And I think it's just because of age and it has worn out. So let's get to the work. First of all, we take the car up on the ramp, as always, then the wheel off and all that stuff. So taking the wheel off on these old Mercedes is nothing special. All you need is 17mm socket. And today I will be trying to do all of the job with this Chinese impact gun, which cost me only 42 euros. So let's see if it can even take out this wheel bolt. Well, yeah. What did you expect from China? When China fails, proper tools come in hand. Like, yeah, different type of talk. So the wheel is removed, and don't ask me about these wheel bolts. Yes, I know that this bolt head is too long, but I had these sitting around and they came in purpose at this situation. And as you can see, wheels are not from 142, but I like them. I got them for a decent price, and they are with studs, and they like protector is very deep and very good. Good handling in snow. So now, with the wheel off, we can see the offending unit. It is this ball joint, the lower one. I cannot show you how it squeaks now because the car is unloaded, let's say that way. And yeah, this job is pretty easy. To be honest, there are just two nuts. One is extra large 27mm nut, and one nut is I think 22 or 19. And yeah, let's remove them. But before we remove them, I will insert one video clip where I show you everything about the new part. And I wanted to talk a little about the part I will be installing. I choose this company because I have read or heard somewhere that this company used to collaborate with Lamforder and that these products are as good as Lamforder. Well, that's just a saying. I don't have an official document, let's say that way. So yeah, but I was quite disappointed because it came with this nut, which goes here. This is 19mm as far as I understand. Yeah, but I wanted to get a new nut for this part too, and this nut is huge. I think it's M18. Yeah, very big nut, 27mm, and I'm disappointed that they could not supply this nut. I needed to find it myself. I went to my Home Depot store near to me, and sadly this nut was not even available. And I think there is different type of thread here. As you can see, it is very small. It's not the standard size like here. Well, that's my guessing. Anyways, yeah, I will be installing this manufacturer. Hope it lasts. And before I install it, I want to do one thing. I want to take off this boot and check how much grease is inside. Because I know nowadays many manufacturers are very cheap on grease. So yeah, I will open it up and show to you how much grease is inside. By the feel, I think there is very little grease. So the rubber boot is removed, and as you can see, well, I'm quite surprised. There's plenty of grease. I have seen sometimes when grease is literally this small dot for all this part. So yeah, I'm surprised, and it's a very pleasant surprise. But just to be sure and just to be safe, I will add a bit more grease I have laying around, and I will know that this part is properly greased, it will last. So I added this much grease in the bonus, just to be sure, as I said. And yeah, now it's time to reinstall the boot, and the part will be ready for installing on the car. So the boot is reinstalled, this clip is in place, this one too. They're really easy to take off, you just need a flat blade screwdriver or half of it, like I have. Just be careful not to punctuate this rubber part. Yeah, then the water will get inside and the part will fail. So yeah, now we can install it on the car. So I hope all of that information came in handy. Now I did install this transmission jack under this control arm because I don't remember how the forces went, whether you needed to support this arm or not, because as you can see we are messing with shock absorbers and springs, and there's definitely some load between this knuckle and the main chassis parts. So yeah, but first things first, we need to clean up these threads so they don't mess up when we are undoing this nut. So yeah, a lot of cleaning and a lot of WD-40 or some kind of lubricant. So the socket is installed. Let's see what this behemoth can do. Okay, this will be challenging. So a bit of breaker bar action and everything is undone. Yeah, let's remove this nut completely. So this nut is removed. Where is the focus? Anyway, yes, this nut is removed. Now comes this one. As you can see, it's pretty rusty and it is in stupid place because like this angle is messing with the bolt head, and I think I will need to use the spanner, but we will see. I need to find the socket. Sorry for misleading information, socket fits there. Now I need to somehow install the breaker bar there. As you can see, there are difficulties because I have only this amount of leverage, but yeah, we will see what we can do. So this nut came easily free, and I'm surprised by it, but now comes the challenge to remove it. Okay, there's nothing challenging, but there may be one moment when the center starts to spin with the nut, and if it happens, yeah, good luck me, because as you can see the axis is quite bad and the center of the ball joint stud is pretty rusty. I suspect that there is no longer hex head, it's just rust head, so yeah. We'll keep you updated on the progress. So everything went well until moment when I realized that the top of this spindle or thread or whatever you want to call it, someone has hit it with hammer, and as you can see, it is a bit mushroomed and it is flat, so the nut doesn't go freely off from it. It moves, but it takes a lot of force. But I thought, while it is in this position, when the threads are exposed, I will try to heat it up and hit it with hammer here, just to free them up, this part from this part. Well, you understand. Heat up around here and hit here, so that it drops down, and then this part will go out. Yes. Heating up this thing is pretty challenging too, because if you want to heat this part, as you can see, the ball joint is flaming up. But what do you do? Anyway, it is destroyed. And now, of course, we add a bit of this good stuff, penetrating oil. Let's see how good it penetrates. Yeah, and a bit here. Yes, let it soak a bit, and then the friend hammer will come in handy. Well, as you can see, I hit it quite a few times with hammer. A lot of rust went into my eyes, but that's all good. But the ball joint is frozen in this hole. Yes, let's try next technique. Well, I ain't no scientist, but I think this part is finally loose, because I could see with hitting it with hammer, I could see it is moving. So I suspect this part is now loose. Now we need to remove this part, make it loose. Judging by this groove, somebody has already tried to remove it. But somebody has tried to remove that too, and they did not success. So yeah, let's heat up this part and let's see what we can do. Finally, after a lot of heating, this part has moved, and that part has moved. Now it is, now it is free. Finally, yes. This was a pain in the ass. And while I was doing that, I noticed that this part failed. Or did I hit it too hard? I don't know. But yeah, adventure continues. Yeah, and I wonder, why was it squeaking? Like, it has no tension at all. It is just complete and utter garbage. Dead, completely. Yes. So the next thing we need to do is we need to clean up all of these mating surfaces, all of these holes, so that they don't bite again. And we need to straighten out this part, because I messed it up while hitting all of these elements. So yeah, but we can finally get to assembly part. So the way I'm going to clean them is pretty simple. Just take this, something like this, and they should be pretty clean. I will also add an oil in these holes for future if I need to replace it again, so they don't rust in. But basically yes. But when you will install a new part, you will need to align this pin, and this pin, the old one, is as usual making problems. So yeah, now I'm going to try to remove it. I very much hope that it does not snap off in there. That will be a huge problem. Okay, that was not as difficult as I thought. Now I need to clean that hole too, because there's some rust in it. And then we will install the new part. Somehow I did predict that this will happen, and I took these small wire brushes from the Dremel kit at home. So yeah, it fits perfectly inside here. And we can clean this hole out. So here is the new part, as you know, and now I'm going to try to install it. I quite don't understand what is the procedure, which part goes first, the upper or the lower, but yeah, I will somehow wiggle it inside. One thing I want to note is that you see the difference in these pin lengths. This is the pin which came off the car, and this is the pin which comes with the new part. And clearly, as you can see, it is much longer than it should be. So this part does not go fully in. Thankfully, I did not throw this part away. So I'm going to install it in the new part. And yes, why this is such an issue, I don't know, but this is not the correct one, and it messes with the installation. So this, I don't even know how to call it, damn ball joint is finally in. I'm just greasing it up with some oil so it doesn't rust. So yeah, I already tightened it. This job, it seems like 2 bolts, but this is very messy, and yes, it took a lot of patience, and I'm not willing to do it again. And I don't like how this part sits. It looks like it needs to go deeper, this bottom part, but everything is tight. So yeah, now I need to somehow fix this issue which has appeared during this repair, because I need to drive home and this will definitely suck to drive. So yes, let's get to it. So basically I tried to hammer this thing in. It is just totally failed, and I tried to unbolting it with this nut, and it is just spinning around. Well, because yeah, this element is just loose. You can no way counter hold it. So welcome, Melee HD quality. Yeah, that was what I'm talking about quality these days. Everything is just, I don't even want to say what everything is. So yeah, the main job is done. This ball joint is installed, which was the biggest issue. Tomorrow I need to get one new, this stabilizer link and replace it. Never ending story. Yes. So anyway, now just wheel off, car off and go home. So as you can see, the car is running. No more strange noises from the suspension. But yeah, I need to change that stabilizer link. For today I'm done. I'm just tired. Tomorrow I will continue this video with stabilizer link replacement. That will be a fun one to get it off when it's spinning round. So yeah, see you another day. To be continued. So another day has come. Now I will do the repairs in my headquarters at my backyard. So yeah, I will be replacing this stabilizer, strut mount, whatever. This time I took Lamforder. I had bad previous experience with it, but I hope that was only one time. So yeah, we need to replace it and jack up the car, remove the wheel, remove the brake caliper, remove the brake disc because there's one hidden bolt, and basically that's it. Basically, but I think there will be some difficulties as usual as with the ball joint. So the car is jacked up. This is my homemade jack stand, just the bricks, and this metal plate there is because the seals are very rusty, so that it just doesn't go inside. Yes, what did you expect? Car with 700,000 kilometers. So yeah, wheel is off. Now we need to take off the caliper. Caliper is held in with two 19mm nuts here and on the bottom, and then the brake disc is held in with number 5, I guess, hex head. So just like that, brake disc is removed. Yes, this small bolt is removed, caliper bolts are removed, and the caliper is off. This is not the correct way how to hold it. These lines are being bent, and don't do this. I'm just impatient and I need to do it quickly. But yes, these main parts are removed. Now we need to remove this nut, but we need to somehow hold it. I think I will hold it with vice grips in the middle where the rubber is, and this is number 18, and this, as far as I remember, is 15 or 16. Yes, need to clean this with brake cleaner and remove, and the part will be out. Voila, one bolt is removed. Now we need to pry it out, and I usually do it this way. I unscrew the bolt a bit back, then I take a large socket. Where is it? A deep one, yes, and I hit it with something. Well, usually you need to use hammer, but let's think this is the hammer. Go out. Oh yes, and now it is unstuck from the hub itself. It moves freely. Yeah, that's why I needed to hit it. So yeah, now it should simply just, excuse me for my, yes, now it should simply slide out, which it does not. Yes, anyway, there's a big, not a big tension, but yeah, here it is. One side is out. Now comes the lower part, the fun part. And just like that, this part is removed. This was the upper part and this was the damaged lower part. I simply just took it at an angle so this part presses against something, and zipped up the bolt with this impact gun. So yeah, as we can see, the ball joint has failed. It should be like this, and it simply just popped out. I don't even know how is that possible. How is this safe? Let's put it that way. But anyway, this part is garbage. I think I will send some emails to this company and ask them how could this happen. This part has literally, I don't know, 4,000 kilometers and a few months on it. It looks beefy, but as we can see, it clearly is not. So yeah. So for the new part, I will be using my favorite oil. I will lube it up here and here here so that it does not get stuck if I ever need to replace it, especially in this hole. I once hit this hole to get this out for about an hour. Yeah, they get seized pretty easily, so use lubrication here. But as far as that goes, everything is just simple. One bolt here, and done. One thing which I thought is interesting, that this part, this nut was 15 on this manufacturer, but on further it is 16. So yeah, even nut sizes differ from different manufacturers. Anyway, this bolt is installed. Anti-rust protection. Yes, that should be plenty. It is tightened, and now the lower part simply slides in its slot. How do you do it? Yeah, a bit of wiggling. Oh, it is tight, yes. Bit of wiggling here and there, and please go in. Yes. Well, you got the idea. All I needed to do is just to lever this sway bar down, so it goes down, and then it installed. Now we locate the proper hardware, install the hardware on the threads, and just tighten it. I don't know what is the proper procedure to tighten these mounts together with these. I usually do something like you see, and it holds, or maybe not. I don't know. So the sway bar link is fully installed now, and now the assembly part. When you are in this procedure, you can check your wheel bearing tightness and play in it. You can adjust it. It's hidden under this cover. You can inspect your brake dust shield, which is very expensive. This one looks pretty rough, but yeah, car looks pretty rough too. So yeah, nothing else to add here. Install the disc, install the caliper, install the wheel, and you're all set. Brake disc installed, brake caliper is installed too. Everything moves freely, and the wheel is installed too. Now let's get to the tightening process. Now everything is tight. We removed the jack stands, let's call them that way, and car is on the ground. Not the safest method, to be honest, but it works. I usually never trust tools, that's why I'm always going around with a breaker bar to tighten the wheels. So yes, so that's it, job is done. Finally, it took a lot longer than I expected. As I said in the first video segment, oh yeah, 2 nuts, everything is fine. But as you can see, car repairs can take a lot of time, and there can be some cases like this one when something else breaks, even if you didn't think so. So now it's time to remove all my tools. Not remove my tools, but get them back in their home. So that's it for this video. I hope someone did learn something new from it. Yeah, you can learn that nothing is as easy as it thinks. And yes, see you in the next video. Hope this video was helpful. It's a bit messy, I know, but Mercedes. So see you next time.